People often say a small act of kindness can change someone's life, but they never tell you that sometimes as a broken bar it changes the life of the one who gave it. If you're watching this, stay till the end because what happened inside that small cafe till the copyright on a rainy morning shocked an entire town. And if the story touches your heart, don't forget to like the video and subscribe for more real-life emotional stories that warm the soul. It was one of those cold, uninviting mornings when people walked fast, hiding their faces behind scarves. Inside Maple Street Cafe till the copyright, 24-year-old waitress Sora wiped the fog off the glass door. Her shift had barely started, but exhaustion already clung to her eyes. She worked double shifts after her mother fell sick, and the hospital bills had become a mountain she climbed every month. Still, Sora forced a smile for every customer as she believed kindness could make even the darkest day a little brighter. That's when the old man walked in. His coat was worn, his shoes soaked from the rain, and his hands shivered slightly as he pushed the door open. He looked around the cafe till the copyright as if unsure he belonged there. People barely noticed him, but Sarah saw everything: his trembling fingers, the tired lines around his eyes, and the quiet dignity with which he carried himself. She walked to him gently. "Good morning, sir. Table for one?" The old man nodded without speaking. He sat down slowly, like someone who carried years heavier than his body. Sir brought him water, and when she returned to take his order, he hesitated. "Just a broken bar, just a small coffee, please," he murmured, embarrassment flickering in his eyes. "How much is it?" Sarah felt a pinch in her chest. She recognized that tone of the quiet math of someone deciding between hunger and dignity. "It's on the house today," she said softly. "A treat from me." The old man looked up sharply. "No, I don't want charity." "It isn't charity," she reassured. "It's kindness. We all need some once in a while." For a long moment, he stared at her, as if trying to understand how someone could be kind for no reason. Then his eyes softened, and he nodded. "Thank you." Sora placed the warm cup in front of him, and he wrapped his hands around it like it was the first warmth he'd felt all day. She didn't know he hadn't eaten properly in 2 days. She didn't know the weight he carried in silence. All she knew was that he shouldn't feel alone. When he finished, he stood to Livia, slow, steady, polite. "You have a good heart," he whispered. "The world needs more people like you." Then he walked back out into the rain. Sora thought that was the end, but life had other plans. The next morning, the cafe till the copyright buzzed unusually. Cameras outside, black cars parked across the street, men in suits scanning the building up. It was chaos. Sora stepped inside confused, holding her apron in her hand. Did something happen? Is the cafe till the copyright in trouble? Her manager rushed toward her breathlessly. "Sorry, a broken bar. Someone important is here asking for you." "Me? Who?" Before he could answer, the door opened, and the same old man walked in, except this time, he wasn't wearing a worn coat. He wore a perfectly tailored suit, surrounded by assistants. His shoes shined like mirrors. He walked with authority, not hesitation. Sarah's breath caught. "See a broken bar?" He smiled, a smile that reached his eyes. "Good morning, Sarah. Yesterday, you bought coffee for a stranger. Today, that stranger came back to return the kindness." Everyone froze. Phones raised. Employees whispered. The old man continued. "My name is William Hartman, a broken bar billionaire, investor, philanthropist. A broken bar, though I prefer to keep that last part quiet." Sora nearly dropped the tray in her hands. "Billionaire? The same man who couldn't afford a cup of coffee?" He stepped closer. "People only respect me when they see my wealth, but you respected me when you thought I had nothing. That is why I'm here." The cafe till the copyright fell silent. William turned to the crowd. "Kindness is rare, and this young woman reminded me what humanity looks like." He looked back at Sora. "You asked for nothing, so today, I want to help you with everything." Sarah shook her head, overwhelmed. I didn't do it for anything. I just wanted you to feel cared for." "And that," William said with emotion cracking in his voice, "is the very reason you deserve this." He reached into his pocket and handed her an envelope. Her fingers trembled as she opened it. Inside was a letter, a card, and a check. She blinked hard, thinking she read it wrong. He had paid off every single one of her mother's medical bills, but that wasn't all. He offered her a full scholarship to any business school she wanted anywhere in the country, and a position in his company after graduation. Her knees almost gave out. "Why a broken bar? Why would you do all this?" she whispered. William smiled. "Because a cup of coffee changed my life long before it changed yours. When I was young and broke, a woman once paid for my meal and told me the world becomes better every time you choose kindness. Yesterday, you reminded me of her. So this is my way of honoring both of you." Tears streamed down Sarah's cheeks. She covered her mouth, unable to speak. The room erupted into applause. Even the customers who had ignored the old man the day before wiped their eyes. But William wasn't done. He turned to the cameras now recording the moment. "Let this be a message. Kindness needs no witnesses, but when the world forgets how to care, even one small act can rebuild hope." Sarah hugged him tightly, overwhelmed by gratitude and disbelief. For the first time in years, her hope felt bigger than her struggles. As William left the cafe tilde copyright, he paused at the door and looked back with a twinkle in his eye. "Thank you for the coffee, Sarah. It was the best investment I ever made." And that's how a simple act of kindness changed two lives forever. If this story moved you, even a little, click like and subscribe. It helps more people find stories that remind us there is still goodness in the world. And who knows, a broken bar, maybe your small kindness today will become someone's miracle tomorrow.